Oh, great. How's everybody doing? Give me 1 second. All right. Uh, All right, hold on. The loudest turn I've ever heard. Bunch of unnecessary noise. Anyway, what's up, folks? How are all of you doing? I'm just getting a couple more videos. Oh, I think they're looking at that now. 18 wheelers and stuff. All right. That's right. We do this for real, boy. Yeah, like I said, I mean, basically for me, I'm trying to just keep training like harder than anyone. Like I gotta train harder than dudes in prison and jails. I gotta train harder than anybody in the free world. That's what a lot of you don't understand. Uh like I really do this, man. I'm literally, even if I was in prison or jail, I'd be one of the best, if not the best, I promise. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like that's why I just don't understand all the fake talking because it's like, well, we have different walks. I mean, my walk is I'm Batman. I mean, you know, my walk is a little bit different than yours, and that's okay. We all have different walks. We all have different purpose. We all have a different purpose. We're all here for different missions and life paths and here to do different things. My purpose is to save the world and save lives and help people. Uh, but don't get it confused. I walk in and talk it when it comes to the tough walk and being tough for real too. So that's my thing. Like when you got people who are, try to fake it till they make it and try to fake the funk and act like they something they not. I just don't have time for it. Not that it happens often, but when it does, it's just silly because people have no choice but to acknowledge who I am and who they talking to. I mean, you see, this isn't fake, right? Okay. So, like I said, this is what I do almost every day, right? And like I said, these folks don't even get it, man. Like, we're gonna get to a point where I'm rolling around these major cities at night, all night. You know what I mean? And then come in during the day wherever I'm at, take a nap, get some sleep, and go back to work for another night. That's literally the point we're getting at. Hold on. But yeah, like I said, this is real, and I'm the real deal, Holyfield. Believe that. So, like I said, I just keep on working on getting, stronger, tougher, bigger and badder, built more, and most of it is spiritual, man. In my opinion, most of it is spiritual, just like martial arts is spiritual. That's why I just don't be understanding what folks are talking about, because again, it doesn't work that way. When a dude like me has more stripes than a zebra in the street and in reality all over the country, you have to pay homage and give that man credit. That's how it works. I don't care what environment you in. That's how it works. You can't, sit there and pretend that what I've accomplished didn't happen. No, we got to go over all these stripes. And y'all don't even know how many stripes I got. It's a lot. It's way more than you could count or imagine. Real talk. I'm 1,000,000 in the street, homie. Like I said, I did bar security for like 7 years. Never took a loss. Never took a loss ever. You understand? Got my own league, 10-0 in it. You can't be serious, homie. Like, I'm the real deal. That's why I'm not worried about that. Just because I talk about it don't mean it's my concern. We way past all that, man. We way past who's tough. We know who's tough. Believe me, you. We know who's the quickest. We know who's the best. That's what I'm saying. These folks be funny. Like, y'all ain't heard about, like, like the real martial artists that work in, like, clubs and stuff. Some of them work in clubs and stuff. Some of them own them. And you never seen, like, these documentaries and stuff that explains how them folks be the most patient people ever. Like, people all do the same thing, try to pretend, play games, and they're super patient. You know what I mean? And then, like, whenever anything goes down or happens, or you see the real, you see how quick they move and how they're efficient and how, like, it's easy for them. You know what I mean? That's exactly the same ball game with me. That's what folks don't get. It don't get no realer, bro. Like, I'm reaching the level of, like, Shaolin monks. Literally, that's what you got to understand. Like, for real. Like, that's what I'm working towards. You understand? And, you know, I mean, it's different for everybody. I mean, even the level that they're on, I mean, it would still be a hell of a competition. You know what I mean? With me, real talk, because I'm that good. I mean, I'm that strong. I'm that quick. So, but that's my thing. I understand the art of chi and learning your power and all that. And, at some point, I'm probably going to travel to these other countries too with Christina and learn from them right there in person. I want to do that, like, for real. I want to do the real thing. I'm the real thing. That's what people don't get. Like, my career is being a ninja. That's the whole point. Like, I'm a thug. I'm a street thug turned ninja. You know what I mean? Seriously. So I'm not John Jones, who was a complete fraud and a joke and failed every test he ever had. Right? Why don't we talk about that? Rob Rack's talking about he passed the test. Well, I mean, is that anything to brag about? That, you're, what, 40, 50 years old and you're still taking tests? I mean, brother, you supposed to graduate from that a long time ago. I mean, you're over 50 or something, still living in a Roach Motel. I mean, that's the thing. He want to keep talking. So, okay, let's talk about the reality, though, that you don't want to face. You know what I mean? Oh, I know exactly how to, let folks know. You know what I mean? I know exactly how to talk where they don't have a choice but to acknowledge me and the truth and what I'm saying. You feel me? Like, yeah, bro. I mean, come on, bro. You over 50 years old, bro. Talking about tests. That's what they do. They try to, like, everything's so uneventful for him. You see him just sitting around. Like I said, he couldn't live off of that fake girlfriend, so now he's in his feelings, because what he's looking for is a place to live, to mooch, because he can't buy his own stuff. He can't pay land taxes like me. I paid $8,500 in land taxes. Paid over $100,000 for my crib. You don't have any of this. You could say whatever you want. You've never purchased anything. I've bought and sold 50-acre properties, bro, for over 100K. It ain't nothing. What are you talking about? I've been done independent real estate for a long time. You know what I mean? I've had tons of apartments, tons of everything. What are you talking about? So you don't even know who you're talking to. You You know, like I've dominated real estate, literally independently too, all independent capital. So I mean, that's what me and Christina and I are going to do. We're going to build a real estate empire in my sleep, and all the people who you meet now who talk about real estate, they'll be way below us. They'll never catch up. If you work for like Keller Williams or these regular little real estate companies, you'll be making real estate transactions and deals for like 3 grand, 2 grand at most, and have to do all this nonsense and fake work promoting their properties. You know what I mean? And all you get is like a deduction, like a part. You get a, an interest. You get a part of the whole. You get a percentage. Us, we gonna be purchasing real estate outright and buying apartment complexes and hotels and stuff like that. I may even go into Section 8 real estate and have somebody else manage it as far as the tenants, because I don't want to deal with them. You know what I mean? Because I know me. So that's the thing. Like, nah, folks got to get smart, man. That's another thing too. If you ever rent properties out, and if you're actually a landlord and you get money like that and you get smart and you can purchase like apartment complexes, like a big complex, you don't ever want to deal with the tenants firsthand. You want to have somebody else hire somebody to be the property manager who can deal with the tenants in person. Because if you're smart, you're not going to want to deal with them. It's got nothing to do with being scared or afraid. It's got to do with being smart. You see what I'm saying? Why? Like, let's say you manage some Section 8 properties, so that we're going to be way above that level, but we can use that too and make tons of money. I mean, do you think you want to talk to these tenants? No. You don't know what they're capable of, what they might do. I mean, they're unpredictable. They could do anything. I mean, I don't want to deal with it. If I got money, why would I want to deal with that? See, that's the difference between you and I. I'm a lot smarter than y'all. I understand the world and how it works. See, all money ain't good money. You feel me? That's why I remember when Mano was going back and forth with that other dude. He was like, somebody would have called us and told us the penguin's good money. You know what I mean? That's what he called him, the penguin. You know what I'm saying? Said nobody gave us a call. Right. But the whole point is you got to get smart, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being for real. You got to really, really get smart. You feel me? Hold up. Oh, that wasn't nice. No, I guess I shouldn't do it right now. Let's just walk for a second, and that'll be it for today. But I was thinking of just going for a ride, but I got my stuff with me on here. But yeah, man, these people ain't coming close. I'm kind of liking the short cape feel for now. The other one's super long. We'll probably alternate them. Different days call for different measures. We'll see what's up. But when I really get on an actual bat pod, which, like I said, they got people that make these and build them, manufacture them. I mean, it's going to be amazing. And that's the thing. You have to constantly visualize yourself doing these things. You have to constantly create it. That's through visualization. You have to manifest it. Like, that's why I keep practicing and practicing, because at some point I'm not going to be on a bike. Then I'm going to be on a motorcycle, and then I'm going to graduate to an actual bat pod if I have to build it myself or hire people to build it for me when we have the money. You see my point? So you got to work your way up. And that's why I'm the prophecy, because it makes perfect sense, because I'm the man who ends up inventing these things, I believe, you know what I mean? Or using the technology and the knowledge and learning it, but I'm going to practically invent them because I'm going to learn how to really build them. Nobody's really built one like completely where they're applicably using it. I'm talking about everything I'm doing is original, and I'm building it from the ground up. You feel me? So that's what we're going to keep on doing, building. You feel me? Like, it is what it is, man. It's going to be super cool. And it's going to work out, man. You know what I mean? It's going to work out. Believe me, you. You know what I mean? I know these folks be jelly too. They be in their feelings when they see me on a bike, because I know all of them always paying attention. So they see me walking and they're just sitting there like watching, right? Because they jelly and they feel whatever way. And all of them are, soft and incapable. You know what I mean? That's the truth. So, yeah, now you see me on a bike too. You forget that Batman has technology. Like, I got a lot moving, brother. You know what I mean? Believe me, I got a whole lot moving, a whole lot more than you assume or think. Just like I'm a whole lot stronger than y'all think. You know what I mean? That's the reality. So, like I said, man, let people do what they do. I mean, you see me how I'm moving. You see me, I'm practicing, training every day. I'm getting ready. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. When we like, y'all don't get, I'm going to be deployed. I'm getting deployed by God. I'm God's soldier. You don't get, I'm going to be in the streets of Chicago and all these places. Like I said, they may have me on some big super motorcycles and stuff, in Ukraine and Russia, like on the actual playing field. I'm the game master, bro. They'll send me straight out there, like real talk, of my own accord. I make my own decisions, what I want to do, I'll do it. Real talk. I'm not scared, bro. I'll go out there and get in the middle of the mix, the real thing. That's what y'all don't get. What do you think we're training for? See, this is not fake. That's the difference between me and people. That's why I'm like, how could anyone front or say anything when y'all don't have the heart to do what I do? If you actually knew who I am as a person and how many stripes I got and what I've done in this lifetime, you wouldn't say nothing to me. I already have all the stripes. That's what I'm saying. So it's like once you get to a certain level with that, and you see that folks try to play the repeat game, especially in society, and everyone has their new jaded lens of their opinion that doesn't exist. It's delusion because they're not acknowledging and just sitting down and listening and being quiet and listening, right? So they're just telling themselves what they want to hear. So if you're gonna, tell yourself a bunch of things that don't exist, be my guest. Like I said, I'm gonna act and pretend with you because that's what you're doing. Now, whenever you want to acknowledge who I really am and talk to me as who I am, you come let me know. I'm a grown man. You see how that work? It's easy to deal with immaturity and immature folks. You understand? You just don't acknowledge their nonsense because it doesn't exist. See how easy that is? Folks, it's funny as hell. You feel me? Bro, I'm a legend in the streets, bro. I'm a hood legend, bro. You're not serious, right? Like, I'm literally superhuman, bro. Like, you've seen what I've survived. You've seen a little bit of what I've done. You know what I mean? That was nothing. Okay, all the real stuff happened on camera. Stop underestimating me. Stop doubting me. And don't ever doubt me again. And don't ever doubt God. You understand? That's what y'all need to do, and that's what you're gonna do. I done made everybody a believer, whether you like it or not, right? No matter how you felt or feel, I made you a believer, and I proved you wrong, and I proved that I am the truth, and I am everything I ever said I am. You understand? Now have a seat, watch the show, and watch me get this bread and get this money. All right? And it's that simple. Look, bro, we at 211 world records. Is anyone else doing what I'm doing? No. You know why? Because they can't. There's nobody else, bro. It's me. I've always been the greatest, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, nah, people didn't appreciate me, didn't appreciate a prize, didn't want to acknowledge who I am because they was jelly. That's all good. Like I said, I'm a money getting Batman savage and I do what I do. You feel me? So like I said, that's what people don't get. They act like this is all random. Like remember all y'all was talking and talk. Are you talking now? I mean, genuinely, I mean, folks are always going to type and talk, but I mean, do you have anything to actually say that makes sense? No, because I knew what I was doing this entire time. I was way ahead of you, just like I was evaluating y'all. My silence was never weakness, it was power. You understand? See, I don't back down to anyone or anything. I go silent because that's what gangsters do. I go completely radio silent. You understand? And then I come back stronger every time and I prove my point. I don't do no talking. Folks say something, I go, okay, let me go prove that wrong real quick. Easy, easy money. Next topic, next. That's all I've ever done, bro. I'm the unfadable boss. Feel me? CEO of my own companies. Like I said, straight gangster in the building. Get it right. That's about it, man. I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I mean? Feel however you feel. You know what I mean? All right. I got better things to do right now. Like I said, I had a great day. Another great Batman day. Um, like I said, just show me some support, man. Like I said, people, please, when you see me, hand me some cash or some change, man. Like as many of you as you can. Literally, I need all the financial help I can get. Still struggling. I'm gonna keep struggling because I'm doing a lot and there's a lot to pay for. There's expenses. I got to pay this phone bill again this next month. It's always something, man, and it sucks. But it's reality, bro. It's just part of life. You know what I mean? So just please support me financially, folks, and please, I need all the help I can get. Because that's the thing. If everybody chips in and we get people to donate, even 2, 10, 20 bucks for each person, that stuff adds up, and then I get a little bit of money to keep me along the way. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm looking at getting everything running. I mean, I'm already about to be completely in business again and back where I need to be a little bit. So right now, I need to get about, like I said, I'd say around about $550, about 450, somewhere like that. First, that's the first goal right now. I need to make at least 450 bucks, and then when I can get to that plateau, I can explain more and tell you where we're at with things. And then, like I said, I got to make a couple of grand on top of that, a couple of racks somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I just pray to God because I don't have any opportunities really here. But like I said, God made this happen, so He's going to make it all happen. I don't doubt that for a minute. I don't doubt God, and I don't doubt God's promises. I believe in God's promises. I will never doubt God. I got nothing but love for God, like I got nothing but love for Christina. I love you, honey, but and I'm always with you. So, like I said, we're gonna keep on pressing forward and doing what we do. And I just put my faith in God, and that's it. He brought me this far. He brought me through so many obstacles, so many hardships, so many situations, instances. That's what people don't get. I'm a jewel, bro. I'm an angel. I was always put in a position to help somebody, usually at my own expense. So I mean, God has seen me through everything, bro. That's what y'all don't get. Like, you're coming up against somebody who's an actual man of faith and a beast and an animal, like an actual Batman with the spirit of a bat within him, with the Holy Spirit within him. Do you know how powerful that is? So you think that these criminals in the street, I mean, do you really think they can hold a candle to me? Do you really think that when we get up to Chicago and New York and Los Angeles, that any of these evil folks or people who claim they crazy in the street, do you think that they can hold a candle to me and stand up to me in these streets? You crazy. If you don't get the point. I'm gonna take over New York in my sleep. I'm talking about running New York. See, I'm not doing all this for no reason. Just like when I get in a relationship, I don't build for that person for no reason. You understand? I build because I'm trying to see it through and gain something from it, right? And have love. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm genuine. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm loyal and faithful to Christina, have been all these years, and I have no issue doing that. I want to be loyal to Christina and always will be. Nothing but faithful and loyal, 100%, because I love Christina more than anything. So I just want you to know I love you, honey. And that's from my heart. That's pure love and unconditional love. And that's the truth. So I just want you to know that and hear that, please. I hope she gets to hear the show. But yeah, man, like New York, I'm looking at running New York. I'm going to run New York. Told you this, the mob, we don't play. I'm not joking. I'm going to run New York. Like, I was already, running dudes off corners in New York. I was all through Albany, New York City. I basically did run New York to an extent because I had money when I was up there. But I'm talking about, we're going to be looking at so much money you don't even, I mean, we won't even be able to count it. So that's my point is, folks don't understand. I mean, when I say run New York this time, I'm talking about run it. And I'm talking about New York, especially at this point, has become so weak, and it's just waiting for a boss like me to come through and just take it over. And I'm just being honest. That's what y'all don't get. I'm doing all this so that we can go to New York and New Orleans. Like, Christina wants to live in New Orleans. I do too. I don't want to live in New York, but I want to run New York. I do. I want New York in my pocket, basically. I'm the mob, bro. And we gonna run New Orleans too. Isn't New Orleans like where Al Capone was and stuff? Like around those areas, like in the swamps? That makes a lot of sense that we would end up moving there and living there. And like I said, I'll own everything and have all my assets and everything still. So we'll just be building on top of building, and that's what we do every day. So you got to understand, people could say what they want, but all these things are already, they're already set. God, everything is preordained and pre-written. It's already pre-written, man. It's gonna be all right. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Christina gonna be okay. You know what I mean? So I love you, honey. You gonna pull through this. You gonna get through this. You gonna be okay. You know why? Because of God and because of me. Because I love you. That's why, because love is powerful, and that's the truth. My love is going to carry you through anything, and that's really what I believe and how I feel. You know what I mean? And God will carry us through anything, and that's what I choose to believe. And you can, I want people to look back in the future at this time, because this was such a hard, impossible time, and we both went through so much, so many hardships, and I mean real struggle. I mean, I went through so much pain and suffering these past couple of years. I want people to look back and say, look at how he was speaking. Like, look at how he never had any doubt. I don't doubt God. I don't. I don't care how bad it looks. Right now, with a lot of things, it looks horrible. It looks impossible, but anything is possible with God. With God, all things are possible. And that's what I truly believe without any doubt. I choose to believe, and I truly believe in God, and that God will come through for us. So I just want the world to hear that and learn from that. You know what I mean? So like I said, it is what it is. We building every day, man. These folks, like I said, can't nobody compete. They way behind. They can't even get started. And you know, the biggest thing, man, is in life you got to find your purpose, man. If you don't find a purpose, you lost out here. It's that simple, man. You find your purpose. That's when life really gets good and gets beautiful. That's the truth. It don't matter how much money you have. Do you find your purpose? You can have money and be rich, but when you walk around, I mean, and you got no purpose, it sucks. You know what I mean? Who wants to do that? You know what I mean? It's hard, you know what I mean? Like I've been there, to an extent. I had a purpose, but I didn't know fully that I was Batman or all this was my purpose completely. So I just been so much happier ever since I found my purpose. You know what I mean? Truly. So, like I said, all them other folks, everything they say is fake and disingenuous and a lie. And, like I said, I mean, those people are at beginner level and they're never going to catch up. And most of them are never going to amount to anything. And me, I mean, I'm running circles around them. I already did everything. I already realized all my potential and I'm realizing more potential. I'm realizing my potential all over again. See, my potential keeps growing. That's the way it's supposed to be. You understand? So get smart, get like me. I said, get like me, get like me. That's right. All y'all, a bunch of Soldier Boy running tailums, boy. I said, for real. I'll talk to y'all in a minute, man. Stay mad, stay broke while we stay stacking this dough. All right. And we up over $42 for that next check. Easy. And I got the other one coming in what? Like a couple of days. Boy, you better get ready. We getting everything running this whole time. We in business. You feel me? Like I said, straight mob. All right, straight gangster. I'll talk to y'all in a minute, man. Easy. Like I said, let them do what they do and watch that money pile up. You know what I mean? Keep watching me make money. Easy. You understand? I love God. I love you, Christina, more than anything. And it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna continue to proclaim God's power through all of this and preach. You know what I mean? Preach, brother, preach. So, like I said, I love you, God. I love you, Christina, more than anything. All right, real talk. So I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Stay easy.